Welcome, boys and girls, to the I'm a Goldfish podcast. I'm Jerome.
I'm Taylor.
Why are you looking at me like that?
You just always get this voice when you do it.
I'm sorry. This is our second episode of I'm a Goldfish. If you missed us and you want to listen to more of us, we have put up. Technically, I guess it's our second episode, but it's a podcast we recorded with our cousin Willow like a year ago, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And we tell a lot of weird stories. We tell a story of doing the condom challenge we did for Mafia, and we get into a lot of other stuff. So if you want to listen to that, that's on our YouTube channel, and I believe everywhere else you can listen to the podcast. So yeah, we put that up, but this is our real second episode. So the first stuff we're going to get into is the San Diego Comic-Con trailers. So first up is the Justice League trailer. How'd you think of the Justice League trailer? Trailer, Taylor. That's a tongue twister.
It looks good.
You had to think about it?
I'm having a hard time remembering it, to be honest.
It's Ben Affleck. He's trying to find all the metahumans.
He says to Aquaman too, like about the fishes thing.
Oh yeah, at the end he's like, so I hear you can talk to fish.
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
I was one of the people that liked Batman v Superman. I wasn't one of the people that hated on it. I believe you liked it too.
I thought it was okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It was better than Man of Steel for sure for me.
Yeah. Well, because I'm more of a Batman person than I am
Yeah, you liked
a Superman.
You're a big vigilante and you crack down criminals in the night.
And hide in caves.
You gotta have that part. And I hide in caves.
Oh. True.
But I thought it was really cool. I mean, I love Ben Affleck, so anything he's in, I'll support that. But I
remember the Flash part too,
yeah,
which looked really funny.
The Flash part, I remember when they first said Ezra Miller was gonna be Flash, and it wasn't gonna be Grant Gustin in the movies. I was real disappointed.
I was real.
But you were like, oh my god,
like, yes!
And then we watched what's it called, the something Stanford Prison Experiment.
Yeah.
That movie, which by the way, if you haven't seen that movie, go check it out. That is a really good movie.
Of good young male actors.
Tell them what the movie is real quick before I move on.
Well, it was like this real life psychology experiment where the guy Zimbardo put people in prisons, like a fake prison, to see how people would react to getting power.
Yeah, so the kids were guards and the kids were prisoners. I guess they're college students, right? So I guess they're not really kids, but they kind of are. Kids. Yeah. So they were prisoners and they were guards. And it just at first it's like, oh, they're kind of normal and they're playing it as it's a game, but then it gets real crazy.
Yeah, and it's a true story too.
Yeah.
So that's even crazier.
But I just lost his name. What's his name?
Ezra Miller?
Ezra Miller. Ezra Miller is in it, and I really liked him in that. And then from that movie, I thought, okay, he could be a cool Flash, because I enjoyed the actor. I didn't see him in anything prior to that.
I've seen him in
Well, I guess I saw he was briefly in that one movie with that girl comedian that I can't think of her name either.
Oh,
Trainwreck, yeah.
He was hilarious.
I saw him in that, which he was pretty funny in that. I'm pretty sure don't you see his ass in that or something?
I don't think you see his butt, but it gets really weird.
He almost has sex with her.
Yeah.
I know that.
It gets real weird.
But yeah, I liked him. His outfit in this it's interesting. You're gonna have to kind of get used to it, I feel like. Compared to the TV show one. Mm-hmm. It's very Injustice looking. Like it's got a lot of battle armor.
Yeah. Which we saw in.
Yeah, it was weird, but I like it better. That he's clean shaved. He has a good haircut instead of long hair and the beard. Because it just seemed weird seeing the Flash like that. But I'm wondering if what I'm thinking is from Batman v Superman, if that is a future him or whatever, if it wasn't just a hallucination from Ben Affleck. Mm-hmm. Then something happens and he just has all that long hair again and a beard, which it'll be interesting to see that later on. But I don't know. I thought the Flash looked really cool. Wonder Woman was cool in the trailer. We finally got to see Cyborg. We haven't seen him before yet, in his outfit yet in the movie. It's very weird looking. Mm-hmm. It looks pretty good. The CGI on it does, I think. But I don't know. It's just weird because he's half machine. Mm-hmm. And that's so depressing. How looking at him because he's all messed up. It's weird thinking that it's gonna be a buddy team up movie with him and the Flash, in the Flash's movie, and they're gonna be a comedy. Mm-hmm. But that should be cool because I really the only other thing I've seen Cyborg in is when I watched Teen Titans when I was really young.
Oh yeah.
And he's a goofball in that, so I can see the comedy in that. But I thought it looked really cool. They're definitely taking a lighter tone to it. Mm-hmm. I guess technically in the thing it says it's not a trailer, but it's a trailer.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning it says it's not. It says it's just like footage from the movie.
Really?
But I mean, it's basically a trailer.
That's what a trailer is.
So. Yeah. But I don't. Cause I remember when the trailer first came out for Batman v Superman. I was like, I want to see it because Ben Affleck's Batman, but like I was a little disappointed. But at the end of the trailer, I was like, oh my god, that movie looks amazing. But it might have been because I've already seen one movie like it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought it was really cool. You have anything else you want to say about that?
No, I'm hyped for Flash.
I am too. I want to see more movie Flash. Anything with more Flash in it, I'll go see.
Of course.
Speaking of which, moving on, we got the Flash trailer for season 3. Spoilers from here on for Flash because we're gonna spoil the hell out of the end of season 2.
Yeah.
So Flash, right now spoilers, it starts out. I believe it starts out and he's like walking towards his parents and all that. He sees his mom and his dad, and clearly they're alive again, which is it'd be weird, but like it's cool for him and all that.
At first, I didn't realize it was his mom either.
Me either, because I
thought he divorced her. Even after that, and I was like, what?
That'd be so fun. I mean, can you imagine being Barry and be like, oh my god, what? You guys are divorced?
You guys didn't love each other? What?
That'd be really funny. That'd be really ironic. That's weird to think. Like, for her, almost every scene she comes back. Oh, I'm back in the Flash. Oh, they're killing me again.
Probably.
I'm laying on the floor again. But the trailer seemed pretty cool. We got to see Kid Flash live in action for like 10 seconds. He slid into a little area. I'm excited for that. There's a mystery Black Flash that it'll be. I wonder who that's gonna be. Like, I wonder if they're gonna do it just a random person, or if it's gonna be like a character that we knew in season 1 or something, and now something happened in their other Flash or something like that. That'll be interesting, you know. We also got to see that Flash is keeping Reverse Flash locked up in the basement.
Yeah.
Which will be, like, I don't know. That's
it's a bit.
Like at one point is he kind of bad now, you know? Because he has him locked up. What else happened in the trailer? Like they rewinded through the entire second season up to there. Oh, Cisco is really rich and owns where Star Labs is.
He's like, don't call me Cisco.
Yeah, he was talking about Cisco. You don't know me. We're not buddies. So that's gonna be really weird. They've also announced too that like Flashpoint isn't gonna be fixed right off the bat. It's gonna be going out through most of the season.
Yeah.
So like it's gonna be a pretty weird season, but it'll be cool.
It'll be interesting.
I'm wondering like when they fix it, if it'll just be like if it'll leave off or season 2 was supposed to leave off before that happened, or if it'll like I wonder what the effect will be. You know, yeah. Which is cool. The villain is gonna be Alchemy, which I only know he does like kind of magic stuff. But the guy who voices the like Jigsaw guy is gonna be voicing the bad guy, which I wonder if that's gonna be like their new thing. Like they get like big horror people to voice their bad guys.
Who was the other person?
It was the Candyman.
Oh really?
I can't think of anything else he's been in. I can't even think of his name, but I know he might have even played the Candyman.
Oh really?
Is anything else like major that we got to see in the Flash trailer?
No, it was kind of vague.
Yeah, well, because they've only filmed I think like 2 episodes maybe, so they don't really have much to pull from. But yeah, I'm very excited for Flash. That trailer got me more excited because I want to see Kid Flash. Yeah, because that'd be really cool. Wally West running around. I cannot talk tonight.
It was cool to see, like actually now where they're going with it.
Yeah, I mean, because I was wondering exactly like what they're gonna do to change it. You know. I wonder if we'll get to see Jesse Quick.
I don't know.
Or if we get to see like original Harrison Wells, because we never met that one. We only got to meet the one that Eobard Thawne was in. Yeah. Yeah, it should be a pretty cool season of Flash. I mean, so far they haven't had a bad season for us. Yeah. All right. So then, which you don't really care about this because you don't watch Arrow, but I do. So this is mostly for me. Yeah. Definitely. There's a trailer for Arrow. Basically, the whole team's gone. Besides Arrow and Felicity, they think they show like maybe 2 scenes with the other people in it. But so Arrow is getting a whole new team together. So he's got Mr. Terrific, which he was in last season a little bit. He helped Felicity be able to walk again and stuff like that. We got Mad Dog, which I know nothing about. And we got Artemis, which is, I know in the comics, is usually Arrow's daughter. Or at least it was in the Young Justice. So, but like the girl who's playing her, it's the same. She's playing the same character. She in last season towards the end was like she stole when Black Canary died. She stole her outfit and was pretending to be her, and then they took the outfit back and was like, "No, bad girl," and then she ran off, which is funny. Because we always talk about how CW people steal from Teen Wolf. She's the girl that Derek kills, like the young girl, when he was dating and then he bit her and all that. It's that girl.
Yeah.
So she's gonna be in all of season 5, which is cool because I liked her last season. And then when you made me watch Teen Wolf, I was like, oh, she's in Arrow, and you're like, oh, another person they took from Arrow, which it would be really cool if they can do a scene because Derek's Superman now, her and him together.
You're a dork.
But that'd be pretty sweet. But yeah, they look really cool. It should be. It seems like they're kind of like resetting the show in a way.
Oh.
Because it's like all new people basically, and I don't know. It'd be cool though. And then we got a Legends of Tomorrow trailer, which showed like maybe 2 scenes of new footage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It wasn't much.
It was mostly all of the all the scenes from last season, except for a couple.
Yeah. Just kind of weird.
But they did announce the villain for this season, which is really cool. It's the Legion of Doom, but it's gonna consist of Captain Cold, which don't know how that's gonna work because he's dead. Which I guess most people Reverse Flash, which he's dead, except for I'm guessing those 2 will come from Flashpoint. Either that or time travel. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then we have Damien Dark, which is the bad guy in Arrow last season, which died at the end. And then I don't remember who the 4th is. There might not be a 4th.
I think there was more than 3.
There might have been a 4th. I don't remember who it was, but it's someone else. Oh, I know now. Malcolm Merlyn.
Oh.
Not Captain Cold. What's his name in Doctor Who?
Oh.
John Barrowman?
Jack.
Captain Jack.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I almost called him Captain. Well, I did call him Captain Cold. But yeah, so that's going to be the TV Legion of Doom, which a couple of the people on there have a contract to be in all 4 shows, so they could be on Supergirl.
That'll be cool.
It'll be neat. Maybe it'll do that show a little good. There's no Supergirl trailer because I don't even think they started filming that yet. Which I don't know. I really wanted to see a trailer for Supergirl. Yeah. I just want to see Derek as Superman.
That'll be cool.
I want to see him fly around in that. We got a trailer, which this thing was interesting. So there was this movie that they're doing trailers for and posters for and all this stuff promoting it called. I think it's just The Woods.
Yeah, just The Woods.
And then it comes out at Comic-Con that was like its stage name, and it's really a Blair Witch sequel. Which that's either gonna do really good or really terrible.
Yeah.
The trailer makes it look scary, but I thought about this because we saw a trailer tonight when we went and saw Nerve. The trailer shows it shows nothing happening. It just has intense music all of a sudden going off in the middle of the woods, and the camera shakes.
That's what I was thinking when we originally saw it.
When we originally saw
a specific part where they look at something and they all scream and the camera shakes and the music goes, but we don't get to see what it is. So it's like that's a little
it happens a lot in the trailer.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna like it, but it's probably not gonna be one of the best horror movies. I'm assuming.
It's funny because when we first saw the trailer, I was like, "Oh my god, that looks fucking scary and intense." And then we saw it in the theater, and I was like, "This looks kind of dumb."
I do like the fact that there's the one scene where there's a guy in a corner.
Oh yeah, as a thing back to that. Yeah, I wonder because the girl in the trailer says, "Oh, that's not your sister. That can't be." So I wonder if they get the people from the original to be in it, or if
yeah,
I don't know.
It'll be cool.
Yeah,
it'd be kind of cool if we definitely need to rewatch the original.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one in years.
Yeah, same.
Which last time I saw it, I believe me, you, and Macy. Macy's our other sister. We all went to the bathroom together after this because we were so terrified to go down our hall. And we were one of the people that thought it was real too. Except when we grew up, there was internet. So then we just looked it up and we're like, it's not real, Macy, you fucking idiot. And then she's like, I didn't really think it was real. I was trying to trick you guys.
Yeah.
Which, come on.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should be pretty interesting to see a new Blair Witch. I'm a little disappointed it's not a found footage movie.
Get to see the witch in the first one, even, do we? Or
I don't think so. When I was looking it up, there is sequels to Blair Witch.
Oh, really?
There's like other movies. There's like
I know there's like
I think there's like I think there's like
dirty too.
yeah. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, there is porn Blair Witches.
Yeah.
But I believe when I looked it up, there's like 4 movies of it on IMDb at least.
Really? They're just gonna ignore them, I bet.
Most likely, yeah. But yeah, I'm kind of excited for that. I'll go see it.
Yeah. Same.
We'll probably talk about it on here when we go see it. The last horror movie we saw, we weren't too impressed with. We went and saw Lights Out.
Yeah.
That I don't know. I feel
it was basic.
Yeah, it was okay. You can miss it.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be more of a scary let's watch a Netflix movie and then you might be happy with it. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't too great for the theaters.
It's just a thing to do when you're bored.
Yeah, basically.
It's not gonna change.
It was more of a this is an interesting story than like I'm gonna get scared.
Yeah.
You know.
Definitely.
So we have 2 more trailers. Next up is Luke Cage. That trailer looked pretty goddamn cool.
It did look cool.
He takes the car. He takes the car off the door.
Yes. he does do that.
He took the door off the car and wraps it around a guy, throws the guy at people, just beats up, gets shot up, and he can't. His skin is impenetrable, so that doesn't hurt him at all. And he does the typical Netflix Marvel thing where he busts through people down a hallway and kicks down a door and all that stuff. But I don't know, it's pretty cool. They got very hype music for it. That's how they do their Netflix stuff. But it looks pretty cool. It didn't really show much, but I mean, it doesn't come out I think till next year, so that'd probably be a bigger trailer. Yeah. They also showed Iron Fist, and that showed almost nothing too. They showed the guys in a psycho hospital, and then they show him not in it. They show a couple scenes, and then they showed him kick through a wall, just like Luke Cage.
Jeez.
But yeah, they got 2 more Netflix shows. I usually watch those in a day, so obviously they're good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch all the Marvel shows, which is weird. I watch all the Marvel Netflix shows, but I've only seen 2 episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is weird. Now they're bringing what's it? Ghost Rider. You know who Ghost Rider is?
Yeah.
They're bringing him to the show, but what's weird is it's like one of the 3rd installments of Ghost Rider. I can't think of his name, and he also isn't gonna drive the bike. He drives a Mustang or a Dodge Charger or something.
That's a little weird.
But he still has the flaming helmet on, so he's just gonna be the flaming skull inside a Dodge Charger.
That's not as cool.
Yeah, and also it'll be on Freeform, so.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah, that's part of the reason I don't know. They could do better. I feel like Marvel could with their TV shows. I mean, if CW can do this good for DC shows, I feel like Marvel should find a new place to put their shows.
Yeah, they need to
because
find
I don't know,
specific channel.
A family channel I don't think is good for superhero stuff.
Probably not.
Which I feel like Supergirl learned that lesson, and that's why it's on CW now.
Yeah, I get you.
But yeah, I don't know. I like all the Marvel Netflix shows at least. And then the last one. Now this is probably the one on this list that you care about the most.
Yes.
Teen Wolf. Teen Wolf.
Yes.
The final season. So how come I'm about to get caught up with the fucking show, and it's gonna end? The same thing with Orphan Black. I'm in the 2nd to last season that's been out of Orphan Black. And then the next one that comes out next year, because BBC's a prick, is gonna be the last one too. So the 2 shows I'm getting caught up on right now are about to end.
To be fair, I've been begging you to watch it for years.
Hey, how long have I been begging you to watch Arrow?
I don't care about Arrow.
Take that back, or Stephen Amell will stick his finger down your throat into your asshole.
Who's to say I don't want it?
Wow. All right, so tell us a little bit about the Teen Wolf trailer. What's going on in it?
Okay, so there's I forgot what it is.
It's like people are disappearing.
Yeah, but they're erasing people from history, but I forgot what the name of the people were.
Did they say?
Yeah, I think it's something writers.
I don't know. I don't remember them saying what they were.
It was, yeah, but they erase people from history, and already we can tell they're gonna erase Styles from history.
Yeah, like, cause it's kind of sad. He runs up to his dad and he's like,
yeah, that was real
he's
sad
like,
to me.
he's like, oh wait, hey son, come down. All right, now tell me your name. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, 'cause he got hyped when he said my.
He's like, oh my god, he remembers. Oh nope, my dad doesn't know who I am.
And then it's sad when he's telling Lydia not to forget him.
Yeah, and she's like, I'll never forget, which I feel like she's probably going to at some point.
I mean, maybe she won't 'cause she's a banshee.
That's rude.
But yeah, it's probably gonna be a bit sad. It's probably the reason for it too is because Dylan O'Brien can't.
Yeah, he can't act too much 'cause he ran himself over.
Yeah, be as well equipped.
I wonder like how different the season would be if he didn't run himself over.
Well, for one thing, we'd already be watching it.
That's true. I would have been caught up already a while ago. He fucked up 2 entertainment things by running himself over. Because they can't.
Well, Joe, you say it like.
Well, I'm not saying he's a dickbag, but like you think about that, like imagine how terrible you'd feel if you messed up a stunt, and then you made a TV show stop filming, and you made the movie stop filming.
Well, I don't know. It's an action movie. You gotta like expect.
Well, no, I'm not trying to say anything bad about it. I'm just saying that like that sucks for him and for the fans. That I bet
he was a little more concerned with his broken body parts.
No, I'm just saying if I was him, I'd be really like mad at myself and embarrassed.
He probably was.
Yeah, but you know he looks better because I mean I'm pretty sure some of the stuff they filmed is after he's been hurt because I don't think they filmed too much.
I don't think they filmed anything.
Yeah.
Based off.
Do you know when did it say in the trailer when the season starts for Teen Wolf?
I don't think it did. I think it's supposed to start in like I don't know, like September, November, October. I don't remember which.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Peter's back.
Yeah, Peter's back.
Peter's back. I like that. And Allison's dad's back. I like him too.
Yeah.
Neither one of them are in the season we're watching now, season 5, which that's one thing I don't like about season 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Teen Wolf season 6 last season, that should be pretty interesting. I wonder how this. Do you have an idea how the series is gonna end, or do you think it's just gonna end like with that they do more adventures, we're just not gonna see it, or do you think there'll be like?
Yeah, probably either that or like something will make it all at peace, but they'll probably still be. Well, I don't think there's a way to make it at peace.
Yeah.
But they're going off to college and stuff like that, so I bet it's just gonna make it seem like they're still
at the end. There'll be a trailer, and they're gonna do Adult Wolf. Because they're not teens anymore.
That's what's gonna happen.
That'd be so weird if they really did do a show called Adult Wolf. And then they do the prequel Infant Puppy. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's disappointment on Taylor's face. So should we move on to some news?
Yes.
We'll bust through this pretty quick, and then we're going to get to our nerve review. So first up in the news is this. I was going to tell you this in the car on the way here, because I just read this, but I decided to wait here. So the Justice League Dark cartoon animated movie coming out. This was going to be a real movie, and it was going to have Matt Ryan in it. That's Constantine. It's going to have him in it if Constantine got canceled. Constantine did, but then the guy who was making the movie was stuck in other projects, and he doesn't want to make it now. But then now they're doing an animated version, and Matt Ryan is going to voice Constantine in it.
That's cool.
So he gets to play Constantine in the animated movie, which he'll be surrounded by like a bunch of familiar faces. Which Justice League Dark isn't the Justice League normal team. It's not like Superman, Batman, people like that. It's like Swamp Thing and like magic, like weird people like Constantine kind of. So that should be interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that either comes out late this year or early next year. I could have read that and wrote it down, but I'm stupid and I didn't.
Oh, very good.
So if you really want to know, I guess look it up for yourself. But then also in the news, Jeff Johns was promoted to president of DC Entertainment. So that's pretty cool. Because, I mean, he's basically was already in charge of all the movie stuff right now. Like, but now he's the president of DC Entertainment, so that he calls the shots over there now. Yeah. Which, I mean, it's cool. So now the president of DC is going to be writing a Batman movie with Ben Affleck.
Yeah, that is actually
so, like,
cool.
anything he writes, basically there's no restrictions for him in that movie now. So that I feel like that's a really good thing for DC.
Actually, yeah, that's probably pretty good.
Because he's also like, before he was like doing these movies, he's always been involved in these movies and he's wrote tons of comics. But he's also like was really involved with them, like doing Flash, getting that up, and I don't know if he had anything to do with Arrow, but I know he had to do with Flash and Legends of Tomorrow. And he helped them get those shows going, so that's cool. And then the last thing in the news is a bit of Marvel news. Michael B. Jordan, it was confirmed as the villain in Black Panther.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that'll be pretty interesting.
That'll be cool to see.
No more
Fantastic Four?
Yeah, I was forgetting the name of the guy.
Fire dude?
It's not Firestorm. I almost said that. That's DC. But yeah, no more Fantastic Four for him. Even though they're still saying they're gonna do a sequel.
I highly
But
doubt
I
that.
really doubt that. Everybody's moved on, including the audience.
Yeah.
Me and you are the only two people in the world that enjoy that movie.
Yeah.
I'm still a little pissed about that. But so that's it that I got for news and trailers. So now we are moving on to our Nerve review. So, I was gonna ask you this in theater, but I thought, we should wait until we do the podcast. What did you like better, Nerve the movie or Nerve the book?
Obviously the book.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say obviously the movie. What did you enjoy about the book more than you enjoyed about the movie?
Well, 'cause you get to know the characters a lot more for one thing.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
And I thought, I don't know, the movie was good. They're both good. They're just like super different, I think.
Really?
Yeah, but the
Which, if
book,
you want to
like,
hear,
its
if you want to hear
concept more.
Taylor explain more about the book, go to the end of the first episode of I'm a Goldfish podcast, and we talk about that in our What Are We Reading, What Are We Watching part of the podcast.
Yeah.
All right, so you can go on.
And it was kind of weird 'cause like instantly it's very different. For one thing, she has a dad.
Yeah, you told me that
book.
you said she
And
has a
they're
dad
very
and she
strict.
doesn't have a brother,
Yeah,
right?
she doesn't have a brother in
Which
the book.
there was really no reason to add that stuff about her brother and like not having a dad.
Yeah.
Because it had nothing to do with the movie.
Yeah.
I thought it would have more to do with it, but there's no reason to have that. There's really no, I mean, other than the end, kind of, no reason they really show her mom.
Yeah.
And that, like, talk about her college stuff.
Yeah, her parents have no idea what's going on.
And like the college stuff with her, there was really no reason to talk about that either.
See, yeah, in the book, that's why she continues the dares.
To get money for that?
Full ride.
Yeah, see, that, I don't know, thinking about that now, there's really a lot of the stuff they show in the beginning of the movie, like the normal movie stuff for her. They really could have cut that out and did more stuff that, like, I don't know, or either cut it out or added more stuff to the movie that made it more relevant. Because they really like mentioned it and then like never bring it up again.
Yeah.
There's a couple things in this movie that I was shocked that they got away with PG-13.
Yeah.
Because right off the bat, like maybe 10 minutes in the movie, maybe even less than that, her friend, one of her first nerve dare, which is like the least like risky nerve dare in the movie, is she lifts up her skirt, she's not wearing underwear, and flashes her ass.
For a long time.
Yeah,
too.
to like basically the whole football field of people like at their school.
Yeah, the whole school.
Which I was like, oh, okay, like they get that, and then they cursed a couple times, but like usually you get like one fuck per PG-13 like thing. So like I was a little like, oh wow, they got away with that too. But then like almost every single time, that girl, which I can't think of her name. What was her? Do you know her name in the movie?
Sydney.
Sydney. Every time Sydney is in a scene, pay attention. You can basically see her nipples.
Yeah, when they're at the diner.
Yeah, when they're at the diner,
like,
she's wearing a white shirt, and her nipples are hard, and you could see her areolas
through
the shirt. And like, I don't know, like they almost every scene like that, and like I don't know, there's a lot of risky stuff like that, which like I'm not complaining or anything. I was surprised that it was PG-13.
Yeah.
Like I wonder what a rated R version of this movie would be like. Like I wonder how much more bloody and like sexual dares there would be like that. Were the dares as like some of them as sexual as there were some were in the movie, like flashing your ass or like having the camera there while you're changing and stuff like that?
Well, they're more like you're gonna get hurt kind of thing or something like that. But she has to be a hooker at one point.
Oh yeah, you told me that. Yeah, in the
So
last one,
that's
yeah,
a
you did
bit.
tell me
She
that.
has to dress like a hooker.
I guess, yeah. And didn't you say that that Dave Franco's character in the book had to get a free blowjob, or I give someone to pay him to give him a blowjob, something like that?
He had to get a prostitute to say they would. He didn't actually get it.
Oh.
But yeah.
So and also spoilers here for the end of the movie. If you don't want to know this, skip a little bit. They had the same like ish idea for the end of the movie as you were describing the end of the book in a way, like
Sorta.
guns aimed at each other, like
just the guns part.
You can tell that like they like, you know,
yeah.
obviously they read the
they
book,
got
but
the
you know what I mean.
idea from it.
Did you think that when he shot at her at the end, not Dave Franco, the guy that was on Catfish, that I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know.
It's MGK or something like that.
No idea.
Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah, it is. It's MKG. No, MGK. Whatever. When Machine Gun Kelly shot at her, did you think it was fake or did you think that he really shot her?
No, I thought it was fake.
For a split second, I thought, oh wow, he shot her. But then I was like, oh no, this got to be staged. I thought Dave Franco was gonna be in on it too. But then he almost shot the guy in the face.
Yeah,
and he walked up to them, and then she stopped him.
I actually think the ending in the book was more like riskier too, which they didn't do. Like, I don't know. It'd be cool. Like, this was a good movie, but it would also be cool to see a movie with the same actors doing exactly what the book did, you know?
Yeah.
Like, because I think the end, I don't know. I feel like the ending of the book was way more intense than the ending of the movie, whereas, like, the movie, I knew exactly what was going to happen, basically. In the book, I was like, oh, shit, someone going to die.
Well, there's a couple parts in this movie, I was like, oh, my God, are they going to kill this person? Like, when when Sydney was going across the ladder, I was like, oh, my God. Like, I was, like, clenched up in my chair, like, oh, fuck.
See, like, I knew they weren't going to die.
See, I was really afraid that I thought they were. And also,
the action of it,
yeah.
I was like,
especially when her phone fell and her leg was hanging through there, I was like, oh, my God. Like, I didn't want to see her splatter on the floor. I really didn't want to see that.
Even when like, I knew he wasn't going to die. When he was hanging on the crane. And he was hanging. And I was like...
Oh, how fucked up would that be? Like, they were hanging on there with that one kid in the flashback, and that one kid fell.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine that?
No.
Like, oh, my God.
I wouldn't be able to
That part terrified me.
Yeah. See...
And then also, when Machine Gun Kelly was under the fucking train as it's driving over him, I thought he was going to die because they kept showing people fail.
Yeah, have a lot of cringe.
Which I'm disappointed that they made Casey Neistat fail, but whatever.
And not a lame thing.
I know. It was cool watching them film that, like, in his vlog. They actually let him, like, show all that, which was cool. Yeah, I really I enjoyed the movie, but I think I would, just like Hunger Games, I would love to see a rated R version of it where they can get more intense and, like, and also a longer version. It was only, like, like a 2-hour version where they can get more into it.
Yeah, I get
or maybe even, like, 2 hour and a half. I know people don't like long movies, but
I do.
I really like that.
At least like 2 hours.
That's why like watching the Batman v Superman thing is long, but like it's interesting almost the whole time watching all the extra stuff.
Yeah, see, like if it's a movie you really like that, because like I feel like for this movie it would have been better to be longer, because then you do get to learn more about the characters and stuff.
Yeah.
But see, in the book too, what's his name? Ian, Dave Franco. For one thing, his name's Ian the whole time. Not Sam.
Not Sam at the end.
But
at the end, it's like, my real name is Sam. I was like, oh, that's weird, but they had that.
I don't know why they did that.
But there was no reason to have his name be different.
Yeah, but and the whole reason, I didn't want to say this before. I don't think I said it before, but because I thought it was gonna happen in the movie too. But the whole reason he was even doing all this stuff, and the reason he was so like shady and stuff, all of his prizes were like camping gear and stuff like that, was because his father beat him.
Oh,
and
really?
Yeah, and part of his torture thing for one of the times was a video of a little kid that went public where the kid was being like harassed by his dad, and it basically upset him because it reminded him. Yeah.
See, that would have been more interesting than getting into stuff like that with them. Or like, what was that?
I have no idea.
That was real scary. I heard a noise in the house. We're gonna get murdered live on this podcast. But yeah, it would have been interesting to see more stuff like that with them, I think.
And she would, and what's her name? The main girl, V.
V, yeah.
Yeah, she was into fashion, not photography.
Yeah.
And yeah.
What would you rate this movie out of 10?
I'd probably say like like a 7.
A 7? I think I give it.
Or an 8.
I give it an 8. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun movie.
It was definitely a fun. It's definitely entertaining the whole time in the theater.
Mhm.
I just wish it was longer, and I don't know. I wish it got into the nurse a little bit, because it makes you think like it's gonna do other stuff at first, like talk about like her going to college and like all that stuff.
Yeah, I thought it was weird she just decided to go to that college too.
Yeah, that was the only, like, I think maybe just to sum it back up for that.
Well, but like it was weird because like she does all these things and she gets all the courage. You would think she'd be like, I'm not going to that college now.
Yeah.
But no, she was like, okay, I'll settle. Click.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was definitely cool though, 'cause like I'm big on like if someone's on the phone in the movie, I want to see them on the phone in the movie.
Yeah.
So with that, so like them playing the game, like running around with the cameras and all that stuff, and like even like when they're on the computer screen, it goes to all the apps and like the email, like you can see like all like the fine detail that they put that work into it. Like you can definitely tell the people that made the movie and edited it actually used the stuff that they were like, going on. Like they go through on Spotify. And, like, the beginning totally reminded me of that horror movie where they're on like Skype and all that shit. The whole time, Unfriended.
Yeah.
Reminded me of that totally.
Oh yeah, I get that. That
would
have been.
Yeah, I'd give this an 8. I thought it was pretty cool.
Nice with their stuff, so it would have been cool to see
like this type
that
of
movie do it
with
like
that
more like that.
Yeah. All right, so we want to move on to the, what's it called? What are we watching or reading? I don't remember what I called it last time.
Yeah.
Still don't really have a name for this. But so the first up on what are we reading and watching. So let's talk about Preacher. I just started. I'm on book 1 of Preacher, so I'm like right at the beginning. But so far I really like the Preacher comic. There's a couple different things, like Tulip is white, which I didn't know that in the comic, and Preacher's hair is pretty different, but like I mean Cassie looks pretty much the same. They did that very well casting for that. And like it starts off with him in a diner and he already like has his powers and they're talking and all that stuff, and they like keep doing stuff back and forth. Like they're saying they want to get to the bottom line of like they want to get all the information so they can figure out what happened, but it's really just a way to tell you the story of how he got his powers and all the shit's going on. It was pretty interesting. And what's really funny is, like, so I'm reading it, and then the Western guy that they keep showing in the show, all of a sudden I see these angels, and they go to this area, and they open up this tomb, and one of the angels gets shot in the head, and they get him, and like, okay, we need you to go after the Preacher. And then I told you about that, and then we watched Preacher on Sunday, and they do all this stuff, and they keep showing him. I was like, oh, they're totally going to do that. And they end up going to hell in the show, and they tell him to go after the Preacher, which that episode was really, really cool.
Real good.
I can't believe, I don't remember her name, but that one chick that like works with him at the church gave the mayor to Cassidy to eat because he was all hurt because of he got burnt in the episode before.
Him, but I was like,
I did not expect that. She called him over, and then he walks in the house, and I lean over to, was like, oh, is she gonna feed him to Cassidy? And you're like, oh my god! And like we were just
I was not expecting it.
And then right after, so we were like, oh my god! And then right after that, the sheriff, Arspace's dad, goes to this motel wherever that weird angel lady lives, and her fucking arms are cut off and her legs are cut off, and she's sitting in a bathtub, and she just keeps saying kill me. So then as he's strangling her, then she comes back to life like she has before and was standing behind him and then just walked out.
Yeah, but he was crying.
Yeah, he was so upset, and like
and he
for
told
nothing
her to be positive too, because he believes in God.
Yeah.
He wanted her to make it. He just like broke his morals for
bringing back
this angel.
And it was just an angel that's gonna probably fuck up a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so far Preacher has been a really good show.
Yes, definitely.
I really like it. It's way different, but I really like that it's like almost like it's like a show with like powers almost, but then there's like vampires and like not. It's so interesting, all the characters in it.
Yeah.
That guy that was Freddy Krueger in the remake, he's a real creepy bastard. So far he's not in the comics. Like I wonder if they made him up for TV or if he's gonna be in it later or what. But I'm excited because like everything. The more I read of the comics, I don't want to spoil too much of it because the show's going on right now. The more I read of the comic, the more excited it gets me for the show because I want to see that stuff happen in it.
Yeah.
But there is quite a bit differences. Like you can tell like they changed things here or there. Like a lot of the cops in the comic were very, very, very racist, and a lot of the words they can't say on TV anyway. So like they think they just got rid of that altogether.
Smart.
And also, Arseface in the comic was a big Nirvana fan, so the reason he shoots himself in the mouth isn't because of some girl, and he doesn't go shoot the girl too. It's because of Kurt Cobain supposedly shot himself, so he shoots himself in the mouth to be just like Kurt Cobain. So like, there's a lot of little things here and there that are different, but like obviously, one, Kurt Cobain isn't like that relevant now, and two, they did it with that girl because they could do more storylines with that, like because like, oh, I didn't mean to, preacher, because like it's a weird thing. Arseface, like the one we know, he would never go shoot somebody.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't seem like that, so like it's weird thinking he did that.
He seems very innocent.
Yeah, he does, which I'm really hoping they get him out of hell, because hell seems like a terrible place.
Yeah.
Like a very, I mean, obviously hell's terrible, but like it seems really bad. So the finale is next Sunday, right?
I think.
Yeah, it is. So in the next episode of the podcast, we'll do a review of Suicide Squad, because we'll be seeing that, and we'll talk about the finale of Preacher.
Yeah.
And then I think almost after that, we almost have like no shows on TV really again, besides like Big Brother.
Yeah.
Which is on like every fucking day now because they keep adding bonus episodes.
And there might be.
And there's gonna be a bonus season too. Wish I could have put that in the news. And then anything else? And then other shows I'm getting caught up on. I'm still getting caught up on Teen Wolf. I'm still getting caught up on Orphan Black.
Loser.
But I haven't finished it yet. I'm hoping to. I'm probably not gonna finish it tonight. I'll probably finish it tomorrow. But I started watching the Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice Ultimate Edition. Which is the longest fucking title for a movie in history. Yeah. But so far the stuff that they took out of the movie that you get to see in this version, it makes the movie make so much more sense. Which I liked the version before, but then you watch the stuff that they cut out and you're like, how did anybody understand what the movie was? Yeah. 'Cause like I get that. Like Superman's getting mad at Batman because of the brands. Well, they show in this version that oh my god, I forgot his name. How did I forget his name? Lex Luthor. Oh my god. I was like, what? Lex Luthor is like paying people to murder the people. He's paying people to go get people to murder them in prison that have the Bat brand, and then like they put that in the newspaper that's going on. So then Superman sees that because he works in the newspaper. So he's getting more mad, and like they show you everything that Lex Luthor is setting up. To cause all of it. They explain so much more stuff. Like even like in the desert scene, Lex Luthor's men burn all the bodies, so then it looks like not Batman. So it looks like Superman laser-eyed the bodies. Like it just explains so much more of it explains a lot more of the movie. Which I haven't finished it yet, so I'm hoping there's more scenes. Like I believe in one scene they show that it's two cops like sitting in a car. And they're watching a football game, and I believe you get to see, like, for a split second, you see Cyborg playing football, like, before his accident. Which I could be completely wrong, because they have recorded footage of his dad doing stuff, but, like, it could be an Easter egg, too. Yeah. I just know there's a black guy wearing a number 7 jersey, and in the Justice League trailer, he's wearing a Letterman jacket with a 7 on it for it's for GCU, and it was GCU playing. So I'm assuming that's together. But I don't know. But so far, I really, really enjoy this version of the movie. I wish this was the version that came out in theaters, because I mean it's a half hour longer. People already complained about how long it was anyways. Yeah. So they might as well put that version out. I feel like people would have gave it better reviews too, because this version makes way more sense.
Possibly. And they shouldn't compromise.
I feel like they compromised because they wanted to put we got an R-rated version of it. Like, I don't even really understand why it's R-rated. Really? Man, someone says fuck or something in one scene, but they could have easily took that out, and like, there's no nudity. So far there's no more violence than the other ones really. So like, I don't know why it's rated R. Which I feel like the stuff they could have cut out to make it PG-13 would have not made it less sense, you know. But yeah, I really wish this was the version that they put out in the theaters. Yeah. And I think that covers everything on our lists for this episode of the I'm a Goldfish podcast. If you like this podcast, make sure if you're listening to this on YouTube or whatever you're on, give it a heart or a like or whatever their thing is. You can listen to this podcast on YouTube, at I'm a Goldfish, or the first couple episodes will be on Plika. You can also listen to it on iTunes or Spreaker or SoundCloud. And you can also go to therealplika.com, and that has all of our content. Also, you should go to 4-Foot Mafia on YouTube, because we filmed a new video this weekend of us eating flavored crickets, and it's fucking gross.
Yes.
But you should watch the video, because I feel like it's a good video. You should go check that out. And I believe that covers all of it. Thanks for listening to the I'm a Goldfish podcast. I'm Jerome.
I'm Taylor.
And we will be goldfishes with you next time.
Oh my God.